Hi everyone, welcome back to Sam's Gifted Hands channel. Today we are going to make oil dung, and this is the national dish of Grenada. It is a one-pot meal consisting of ground provisions, meat, vegetables, coconut milk, and spices and herbs. It is finger-licking, healthy, vibrant, and absolutely flavorful. My friend from Grenada is in town and she's going to teach us how to cook this delicious meal. So let's forge ahead. So the first thing you want to do is prep your ingredients. You are going to peel your breadfruit, your banana, your sweet potato, your yam, or whatever ground provision you prefer using. If you decided to use salted meat, please boil out some of the salt before cooking it, alright? Some examples of salted meat are saltfish, pigtail, salt beef, smoked herring, and smoked turkey. If you decided to use one or more of these salted meat, please remove some of the salt before you cooking it in the oil down, alright? And of course, to remove some of the salt from the salted meat, you have to boil it in water. If you go back at the beginning of the video, you will see we are using smoked turkey, saltfish, and chicken. As you see, my friend is peeling her provision and preparing her vegetables for the oil dung, and she's putting them in a bowl of lime water. That is to prevent oxidation from making them turn brown, the provision from turning brown. Yes, when you are preparing your provision, you have a bowl of water, you squeeze your lime or lemon into the water, and you place your provision in the water, and you can scrub them as well. And she's cutting up her provision very neatly and evenly, and it's good to do that when you are cooking to make sure everything cooks evenly. As you see, she's looking for the young okra or okra. In the Caribbean, we say ochro. Yes, she said when they are young and nice, the tip will break easily. If they're very old, they will not break. So that is how you know your okra will be easy to cook. Right now, she is cutting her breadfruit, and she bring that all the way from Grenada. And the Callaloo, she blanched the Callaloo. Yes, when you're traveling, it's good to blanch your callaloo and store it in the refrigerator. And here she's packing the pot. This is my favorite. I enjoy watching this. She's packing it very nicely and neatly. She's putting the breadfruit. Okay, let me stop talking and maybe you can listen to her now. One more thing, remember to wash your vegetables and provision thoroughly.
I like to put my vegetables together, all the fig one side. So when you're taking out the food, that you won't have to, you mash up the food, or you know exactly where what is. So you take it out in stages. So I put all my fig one side, the breadfruit is right there. Then I put the yam one side, I put the potato, so you can know exactly where all your provision is. So when you're sharing the food, you don't have to dig it up too much, which is a good idea, which is a good thing. So I put all my potatoes one side, all my potatoes.
And fig is also known as green banana.
And then I put all my yams one side. Put my yams. So at least you have an idea as to where your provision is. Okay?
Yes.
That's a small pot of oil down. Okay. So next.
She's placing the meat in the middle, and here she's starting off with the chicken.
Yeah, choose the bony part.
She said traditionally they use pigtail, but since she do not consume pork products, she's using smoked turkey instead.
Okay, so this is the meat. I don't think we could put no more. I don't think.
The thing with this too, with this dish, you can use what you love to eat. If you don't want to use a certain meat, a certain provision, or
You don't need no more meat.
certain vegetables, you can go ahead and use
Okay,
what
so
you
here
prefer.
the chicken is there. So we're gonna add some smoked turkey now. Add a little smoked turkey.
Put this up.
A little bit, yeah. Just leave it by there.
Smoked turkey.
Smoked turkey, all the little ingredients. Let them know it's a small pot of oil down you make it.
And my friend, she's a seasoning queen. She loves flavor in her food. As you see, she seasoned her meat when she boiled it. She seasoned it with green seasoning. She loves her seasoning. And remember, you are not putting salt in your meat when you are boiling them out, okay? The salted meat. The provision is easier to cook, so that's why she's placing it around the pot and the meat in the middle. And the green seasoning does not consist of any salt. We didn't put any salt in there, so no salt. She just added some green seasoning to the smoked turkey to give it some more flavor. Now she's putting the saltfish. Followed by the callaloo. And this callaloo is blanched, it's not fresh because, as I said before, it came all the way from the Caribbean. As you know, the Grenadians will use the fresh dasheen leaves, but that one is the same thing, but we just blanch it. And for those of you who don't have access to the dasheen leaf and want to try this beautiful dish, this flavorful dish, you can use spinach. All right, you can go ahead and use spinach. Now she's making her coconut base for the oil down, and that is coconut milk, and she's using a combination of curry powder and turmeric, as in the Caribbean we say saffron. You can go ahead and use a turmeric only, but she said she loved this combination. And to get your coconut milk, you know, you have to get your dry coconut, remove the meat, grate the meat or blend the meat, and you extract all the liquid from it using water. You pour water in it and extract all the milk from it. Or if you don't want to do that, you can use coconut milk from the tin. Also, she added some grated garlic and green seasoning to her coconut mixture. She wanted to use some dry herbs and spices, but we didn't have any available at hand, such as thyme, etc. Most of that was in the green seasoning, so we used that. She is rolling the dumplings at this point, and we are using cornmeal dumpling. She's rolling it up, squeezing them, and rolling them to a log. And she's placing them on top. And you can use whatever vegetables you like to eat. You can use some beans, some cabbage, some pumpkin. Just go right ahead. Then we are also using corn. We had forgot to place the corn. We are using corn as well on top. And there she's pouring in her coconut mixture. So rich and creamy. And be careful when you are cooking because the liquid can overflow. So you will want to reduce your heat when necessary. Also, you can put the pot cover halfway across the pot to prevent overboiling. And when you are doing oil down, you are not going to take no spoon and stir, okay? No stirring. So you are going to allow the food to simmer down in the coconut milk until it is tender. And if you notice, we are cooking this food in a very heavy Dutch pot. It's quite heavy. So, you know, we are using an electric stove. We are not using an open fire. So the heat going to take a while before it comes to this pot. So, I think it takes over an hour to cook. Just a little bit over an hour. And here you have it. all simmer down. Not all the liquid. We leave some liquid in there. You don't want to have a dry oil down. You know, provision absorb a lot of liquid, so you have to be very careful. There you have it. She separated the food. She knows exactly where to find them since she packed them so neatly. And salt if necessary. While the food is cooking, you can taste some of the sauce to see if you need salt. Remember, the chicken is seasoned with some salt as well. We have saltfish, we have smoked turkey, so make sure you taste before you salt. And we add some salt. This food, the next day, it is so much more finger licking. Look at that. Nothing destroyed in the pot. Everything is wholesome. Just amazing. I love how all the different flavors in the pot are bursting through the gravy. Very, very delicious. Thank you for watching, and I do hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe.